They say accountants live by numbers, but that night, when I found the wrong one, I realized numbers can bury the truth, deeper than any grave. I'm recording this because I want you to understand why I left. If you're hearing my voice, it means I didn't make it out alive. Or maybe I just got tired of running. You always said my job was dull. Invoice, ledgers, cargo sheets, and I used to love that dullness. It meant peace. It meant coming home to the smell of your coffee and forgetting the stink of salt and diesel from the docks. But that night, as I was closing the books, I saw it. A shipment number that didn't exist. A fake invoice, marked delivered. Then another, and another. Money looping in circles, ending with a man who had too many friends and no conscience. That was the night I realized I shouldn't have seen those numbers. Morning light through the curtains, 2 cups on the table. You laughed about how I always filled mine to the brim. I said it felt safer that way, like there was always enough of something in the world. Your hands smelled like soap and warmth. Mine, like paper and ink. Still, it felt like home. I keep seeing that sunlight across the floorboards. The curtains swayed like they were breathing. I thought that kind of peace would last forever. But peace is just what happens between the lies. In the office that night, I flipped through the ledgers again. Smudged ink. Wrong totals. Signatures that weren't mine. Every page felt heavier, like the paper already knew what I was about to find. A shadow moved across the wall. Someone watching. Or maybe I'd been watched for a while. Stacks of envelopes, marked confidential. Receipts with no cargo. Money from nowhere. When I closed the book, it felt like closing the lid on a coffin and realizing I was already inside. The next morning, 2 black cars waited across the street. No plates, no movement, just waiting. I kissed you goodbye, acted like everything was fine, smiled at my coworkers, but every reflection, every shadow, felt like an eye. 3 days later, he walked into my office. Sharp suit, perfect smile. Didn't say his name, just said, "Stop asking questions, Mr. Harlow. You'll be safer that way." Then he left a photo on my desk. It was you, outside the market, holding a bag of oranges, smiling, just living. That's when I stopped sleeping. You asked what was wrong. I said nothing. You kissed my forehead and fell asleep. I watched the hallway light across your face, trying to memorize it, because I knew it was the last quiet night we'd ever have. Over the next week, I copied every file, every invoice, every lie, onto one magnetic tape, enough to burn the whole company down. But I didn't send it, because the moment I did, they'd come for you first. So I made a plan, one goal: keep you alive. Dinner, calls, messages, everything could be tapped. So I said nothing, just waited, until tonight, until this motel. I drove through the storm, found the old post office, slipped the envelope into box 47, addressed to the journalist who once wrote about the port scandal. Inside, a tape, a letter, a small key to a box that'll end it all. Then I broke the SIM card, switched off the phone, and kept driving until no headlights followed. Now I'm here, recording this, just for you. The tape recorder's light blinks red, the smoke curls above the ashtray, and I can hear the clock. ticking through the silence. I wish I could tell you this was for justice, but it wasn't. It was for guilt. Guilt that I didn't see it sooner, that I brought danger to our door, that I had to make you hate me so you could live. Maybe you'll think I left for someone else. Maybe that's better. Hate is easier than longing. If this recording ever reaches you, know that I didn't disappear because I stopped loving you. I disappeared because it was the only way to keep you breathing. The tape, the key, the letter. They'll tell the world what I couldn't. But this tape is only for you. They say numbers don't lie, but I learned the real lies are the ones told behind them. So tonight, I'm closing my final account, not with ink, not with paper, but with silence.